so different. There was just palpable joy. If you thought the players were galvanized from Jokic being back on the floor, so were the fans. An absolute treat. Unfortunately, Jokic could only play 25 minutes tonight, you guys. So we didn't get to see him put up big numbers or anything.
Yeah.
But I thought he played pretty well. Good to see the big fella back on the floor.
Man, it was so good. Tell us about the crowd, man. Like, what was it like for him getting announced and everything?
It was really, really, really loud. One of the loudest ovations I've heard in Ball Arena. I mean, this is new for everyone, right? Nuggets fans aren't used to Jokic being out this long. Jokic isn't used to being out this long. And as great as it was to see the guys scrap and compete in January, it was even better to watch them play alongside 15 tonight. And the energy in the building, it was there way before the game started. And it was there, I think, until he checked out. And again, that ovation at the end was ridiculous. My ear's still ringing a little bit. So everyone involved.
At the end? Yeah, when they took him out.
As he checked out, he checked out with about 2 minutes left. And there was just a really loud standing ovation. So it's just, everyone involved knew what this was, knew what it meant to have him back. And it was a real treat to watch it.
Dude, Jokic knows how much he means to the city. You know it. He really does. Like, you get those kind of experiences and you're like, yeah, I'm back. And everyone here is the happiest they've ever been. So I get it. We're going to continue this conversation with Vote on the other side. So if you're watching on Fast Channel, head to overtime.
It's overtime. That's how you know Jokic is back.
Sorry, go for it.
No, that's on me, boss. That's on me. Overtime, that's how you know Jokic is back. We wait a while for those pressers. We heard from David Adelman, who said that the foul trouble for Jokic actually helped manage the minutes. Ultimately, 25 was kind of what he wanted. He said he would have played at the most 3 more minutes in this game. And then he said that he thought Jokic was incredible. Yes, I agree with that for sure.
Confirmed.
He did say it's kind of tough because, Val's coming back from an injury as well. So they're trying to navigate this and who plays how much and when. And he said, look, both of these guys have to be adults and communicate where they're at, and we'll make these decisions together. He was effusive in calling Jamal underrated tonight, which I thought was kind of funny because I don't know if anyone had a chance to rate him yet. But
yeah, we rated him really high.
Okay, cool. They were up in pick and rolls. He got off the ball. He was clean. He just thought Murray played a really good game considering the attention he was still receiving, and wanted to give him credit. On Tim Hardaway Jr., he did tweak his ankle. Obviously, they'll look at it. Right now, he's jacked up. When I say jacked up, I don't mean the ankle is jacked up, by the way. It means Tim was really pumped, you guys. And this is me talking. You could hear Tim screaming in the hallway in a good way after the win. And Adelman said that Tim was already talking about how excited he is to play on Sunday. So you know how ankles go, guys. They'll look at it again in the morning, see how bad the swelling is. If it were up to Tim, I think he'd be shooting some more threes on Sunday. Spence, he had a lot to say about the way Spencer fills in the cracks, just his hustle tonight, which was ridiculous, you guys. All-time hustle game from Spencer Jones. He just says what he does for the other guys is really impactful. He's a really solid basketball player. On Peyton, he said he's figured out the split game, how to be effective as a scorer, as a cutter for other people. The 5 threes he took tonight, Adelman thought they were good shots. And as Adelman said, he's got to keep shooting the ball when he's open. And listen, there might be a game coming up where we are even deeper as a team and Peyton only has 12. But if he keeps playing the way he's playing and helping us win, that's all that matters. And he said Jamal Murray, for example, he has been incredible this month. He took 10 shots tonight. Who cares? He was plus 25. We are a little different every night. We talked to Murray as well. And I asked Murray about how, if at all, his life changed with Jokic on the floor, with the defensive attention he's been receiving. And Murray said, it really didn't. He said he still felt like he was getting the same kind of traps and the same kind of pressure. So while the court was open and wider for everyone else, for Murray, he thought it actually wasn't that different, except having Jokic out there obviously really helped.
Yeah, it wasn't that different, except for when they trapped him, he just got the ball out of his hands to Jokic, and then they scored every time.
That was different.
Yeah, that was the difference.
It was different.
It was so much different.
Yeah, they scored every time. When he was on the court, they scored 1.5 points per possession. So I would say a little different.
I would as well, but Murray felt like all the same they were kind of guarding him the same way, but at least the Nuggets had, the Nuggets had different options behind that. He felt like he's been getting better at that, navigating the traps and that attention. He says in his earlier career, he would give the ball up too early. He says, now I'm just using my handles to create an advantage, try to beat it, or just drag them out. Sometimes if they're going to double me, they have to follow, and I can just take them far, out of the action. So for him, no, the court didn't feel wider, but he recognized that for everyone else, it probably was. With Jokic out there, Murray was looking at the box score and just cracking up, considering what he did with the minutes played. He said he's just a constant in every category and every stat. I asked if he thought, Spencer could even be more impactful now as the rest of the firepower starts to come back and Spencer can just do his thing. He said Spencer's already doing his thing. It's not really going to change. Spencer's going to keep doing what he's been doing for us, guard the best players, hustle. He said he's going to be doing the same thing for us. I mean, I don't know the rules, but as long as he's allowed to.
And then he's talking about a guy literally on a two-way contract still.
And then I asked if he had circled that OKC game. He said, nah, it's just another game. You guys circle that stuff. And then he said, did you guys circle it? And I said, yeah, we did. Murray didn't. I did. I'm excited for that OKC game. We spoke with Peyton Watson as well in the locker room, I asked him about adjusting his role, having Jokic on the floor, especially considering, how Peyton's been occupying a top option in January. And Peyton really said, Jokic is the most unselfish superstar in basketball. He said, me and my boy Dame, shout out. We talk about that all the time. So Peyton was able to still be aggressive tonight despite Jokic being back. And then we heard from Jokic himself. And he was asked if he was nervous at all for this game, if it felt a little different. He said, no, it pretty much feels the same every time. But he did say during the injury, it was weird because he didn't really know what to expect when he first got hurt. He didn't know what he was dealing with. The question actually originally was, did he fear that there was an ACL tear? He said, no, not really, but I didn't know what to expect. I was just hoping that the one from upstairs was protecting me. He says it was a new thing for me, so I didn't know the steps, what I was supposed to do, what I was supposed to feel. This actually wasn't that much of a time off for Jokic. He didn't find it that leisurely because he had to navigate this kind of new injury concern. And also, you guys, he was exhausted himself being a coach on the sidelines. He said, just watching the games, it was taking so much of my energy. I was so emotionally empty after some of these games. I decided these last two games that I was just going to chill. So Jokic, his body got some time off, but mentally there was still a little bit of a taxation there. On Peyton's role in January, he said, yeah, he surprised everybody, but I think he wants that. I don't want to say that he wants attention. It's that he's not afraid of it. He stepped up for us and he played tremendous. Was Jokic aware that he was encroaching on the limit for NBA accolades and games played? Jokic said, no, not even a little bit. That's the end of the answer. He was asked about David Adelman as a young head coach. Jokic interrupted. He's not young. He's been coaching for like 40 years. But then he said, no, he's our leader, and we trust him in every decision. Asked about Spencer and his hustle. He said, I think we have a lot of those guys. I think Peyton hustles too. Jokic said, CB, whenever he decides to come back, is one of those guys. But Spencer makes those plays. And when he beat everyone to the loose ball, Jokic said, those kind of plays are really important. Lastly, guys, I am of the impression that Christian Braun is very, very close to coming back. I think it's imminent, maybe. Sunday's a possibility, I would say. So you guys kind of know the Nuggets' MO with this. Keep your eyes peeled for that injury report. If he pops up as questionable, it means he's going to go through his routine. He'll be a game-time decision, but he expects to play.
Great stuff, Vote. Great stuff from the arena. Love it. Absolutely love it, man. You had to have had fun tonight, man. I'm jealous
this
that
was
you got
awesome.
to be there.
Yeah, admit that it was fun. Just admit it was fun.
Admit it.
Fine. I was going to pretend it was terrible, but you guys were right.
Your work, but admit you had fun tonight.
Yeah. I was able to just relax a little bit.
Okay, good job.
All right, good stuff, Vote. Can't wait to see what you write about this one.
All right, fellas.